everyone. Debbie Jones here with the Thomson-McDuffie Chamber of Commerce, and we are bringing some new information about McDuffie Moves live here to YouTube, Facebook, and I have my co-host here, Sam Perrin, with the Archway Partnership, and so he's going to help me run this show today. But we've got a big program today. We've got 3 speakers here that are going to talk about 3 different initiatives, but they're all focusing on the same project in the issue wellness work group. And I don't want to take up too much time, but I do want Sam to kind of give us a little bit of a description about what Archway is about if you haven't already heard. I don't know where you are if you haven't heard about Archway, because it's been tremendous in our community, and we so love having Sam here and the rest of the gang that's with UGA. So Sam, if you could give us a little bit of a background on Archway and then lead us into our program today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much for hosting us this morning. Excited to get to share a little bit about the Archway Partnership and the McDuffie Moves project. So again, I'm Sam Perrin. I'm with the University of Georgia Archway Partnership, and we are part of public service and outreach at the University of Georgia. And we work in 7 Georgia communities, one of which is Thomson-McDuffie, where you have a public service faculty member from the university. That's me, who's based here in Thomson to work with y'all here in our community every day, helping people think about, what are the big issues that everybody wants to come together and collaborate on to move our community forward together. So we've been operating here for about 3 years now. And when we first started up, we had some big listening sessions where we asked everybody we could find in the community, what are the big things that you want to work on together? And from those conversations, 4 big priority areas emerged. It was education and workforce development, community image and communication, leadership, and health and wellness. And so for each of those priority areas, we have what we call an issue work group, which is just a group of people who care about health and wellness, or who care about education and workforce development, who come together in normal times at my office at the depot once a month. We've been doing a lot of Zoom lately, as I imagine a lot of you have as well. But we get together once a month and just kind of talk through people's ideas for how to make the community an even better place, and to move forward on the issues that everybody wants to work on together. So we also have a local executive committee that is made up of our local funding partners. Local funds contribute about 1/3 of the cost of the partnership, and the state covers the rest. And our local executive committee is made up of several community organizations that we're very appreciative of. I'm going to pull up my computer here. Y'all can see this is the Archway Partnership website, and this is our McDuffie page on our website. You can see we've got an article right there about McDuffie Moves. Here are our funding partners, as well as our executive committee members. And we've just got a great team here locally that's excited about, moving McDuffie forward on issues that y'all have identified to work on together. And so health and wellness is the one we're here to talk about today. And one particular project from our health and wellness work group is something called McDuffie Moves. That's that logo you see in the bottom corner. And this is something that we've launched over the past couple of weeks as, a particular initiative for a couple of weeks in October. But we hope that it's something that kind of takes on a life of its own and involves a bunch of different projects over the next few years. So this came from our health and wellness work group, and really they just wanted to find a way to get people out and active in the community. Recognizing particularly in pandemic kind of times, it's been harder to get out and do the things you want to do normally, and that could be a good time to get outside and exercise. That's a safe activity that can keep us in good shape and help improve the health of our community. So the Health and Wellness Work Group came up with this idea of a virtual challenge just to get people out walking for a couple of weeks in October. So this has been going on for the past couple of weeks and is culminating this weekend with our partners with Paceline. We've been able to partner with several different community organizations, and you'll hear from 3 big ones today. Paceline Ride, you'll hear from the American Heart Association, and you'll hear from Thomson-McDuffie Recreation Department. So you can participate in McDuffie Moves in a bunch of different ways. The most important thing is for you to just get outside and exercise. Go for a walk, ride your bike, whatever that may be. And you'll hear from our partners this morning about 3 different ways you can participate in this initiative. And really, all this has been built around, like I said, sort of a push for these couple of weeks in October. But this is really stuff that you can be doing all the time, year round, to have a healthier lifestyle. So, Debbie, any questions or anything about that?
Well, what I want to address is, so I want to be involved in the conversation about McDuffie Moves and anything else that revolves around healthy living in our community. So how do they go about being a part of this issue work group?
Yeah. So anybody who's interested in anything related to this, we would love to hear from you. Would love to have you get involved. Our health and wellness issue work group meets the first Wednesday of every month at 1 o'clock. We're on Zoom right now. So you can send me an email at sperrin@uga.edu, spelled just like my name there. So sperrin@uga.edu. If you have any questions about any of our work groups, would always love to hear from you because these programs are really, they belong to the community, and they're ultimately built by folks like y'all listening out there today and watching on Chamber Connect. If you want to be a part of an initiative like this, you can really be the champion to make it happen. And so we'd love to hear from you, love to hear your ideas, and love to get you involved.
All right. Well, let's bring in our first guest, Sam.
All right.
So, all right, let me move you over here. Hey, Martin.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. So Martin is with Paceline, and they have big news. We were actually going to have Paceline doing their ride with us when we were going to have the fall festival celebrating our 150th anniversary, and then the pandemic just kind of ruined our plans. But that's okay, because y'all have come up with a backup plan, right?
That's right. It did. We had an awesome annual ride, which we're now looking forward to in 2021, which of course passes through Thomson-McDuffie County. And so in lieu of our big world-class bike ride that was going to happen in May this year, we organize ourselves around what we call Paceline Unchained. So for those of you who perhaps aren't so familiar with Paceline, we're a new movement in our second year, based in Augusta, Georgia, and we've already raised $300,000 for the Georgia Cancer Center for critical research, cancer research, and the if you like, wellness and community is in the heart of everything we do. If you like, we other than that annual bike ride, one of the ways that we do what we do is we encourage folks to, in all ways, including wearing one of these things, is to get involved in wellness activities, if you like, through Paceline Unchained, for the benefit of themselves and the broader community. And the culmination of those efforts, Paceline Unchained, is a live broadcast this Saturday.
Okay.
Excellent.
So, Sam, I think you are going to show a screen that has Paceline information on it. Can you do that real quick?
So we have a McDuffie Moves team that's part of Paceline Unchained. And Martin, can you kind of walk us through the website here and kind of what's going on and how folks can sign up and get involved?
Yes, absolutely. So it's what we call peer-to-peer. So really this is, if you like, think about this as your own team forum, or if you like, profile within our website, pacelineride.org. And we invite teams from all over the community to produce their own, if you like, website within our site, pacelineride.org, to promote your initiative, your event. And within that, you can see that folks are able to send out the reasons why you're doing what you're doing, why McDuffie Moves is doing their wellness initiative. And you can send out directly from the site once a profile's created, donations, requests. People can be invited to make a donation to your wellness initiative. through this site. And you'll notice that the profile lists all of the members of McDuffie Moves there. You can see the team, the current team, and the funds raised by individual. And one of the things worth mentioning, we're particularly proud of with you folks, is that 100% of all the funds raised through this initiative, through Paceline, go to the Georgia Cancer Center. So it really is an investment into the community at large and for better patient outcomes. And that really is through innovative cancer research treatments.
That's wonderful.
So Martin, I see that you have the virtual clock over there. So explain the virtual ride to us a little bit.
We do. So because we weren't able to get together, so ordinarily we have, Paceline has an annual fun bike ride, which finishes in Thomson, Georgia, your hometown, every May. And so we were unable to do that this spring. So we embarked on a way, cancer doesn't stop, so neither do we. So we embarked on a series of wellness-based challenges that either can involve a bike, or you can get involved in other ways. You can be walking, running, or even some folks have been doing things like baking cakes and barbecues and all kinds of fun things. But primarily wellness-based initiatives between, I think we launched in the 24th of October, and Paceline Unchained series, a virtual series, if you like, was an initiative to bring all of the community together virtually, if you like, or in your own towns and villages and around the state at large, to come together and do your own wellness activity for this good cause. And that initiative ends on the 24th of October. So the whole period has been a stretch of 2 months. And we've had teams registered from all over the state and beyond, doing their own versions of Paceline Unchained. Some folks have ridden X number of miles, or walked or ran. We've had people, say, doing barbecues. We've actually got one today down the road from here in Augusta. So whatever the activity that you do, and wellness is great. McDuffie Moves is a super example of it because it's a wellness-oriented activity. Those activities we're kind of largely bringing to a close this Saturday, the 24th of October. So that countdown is running down to this weekend, where we're going to have a live broadcast on Saturday morning, an invitation for all folks who have been involved in Paceline Unchained to come together and see where your efforts are going to help the community.
All right.
Awesome. Well, Debbie,
I think our video was slowing down there, Sam.
Yeah. Well, Debbie, if I can talk a little about the specifics of McDuffie Moves through Paceline. So, as Martin said, it's one of the many ways you can participate in virtual Pace Day. So the Paceline has lots of great activities through their website, and then within the McDuffie Moves team, which if anybody needs a link, I can send that to you for sure. You can see sort of the main ways you can participate that are through looking at Paceline's virtual activities, as well as some great health and wellness videos we have from the American Heart Association, which you'll hear about a little bit more from Kayla Cranenberg here in a few minutes. And then the other initiative that we've tied to this is the Thomson-McDuffie Recreation Department Walkers Club. You can download an app called World Walking, which Trevor's going to tell us all about here in a few minutes. But we kind of wanted to tie all of this together in this build up to Paceline, and then hoping that people will continue to participate in activities like these year round.
Absolutely, Sam. Yeah, if I may say, just perfectly put. It's all about, depending who you speak to at the Georgia Cancer Center, some of the experts there may say anywhere between 30 to 40% of cancers, and cancer's the second biggest killer in the state of Georgia alone. 30 to 40% of those cancers can be prevented somewhat through general alertness in regards to wellness and activities that people get involved with year round, not just during the summer months. But so that it's really important, I think, that we do our best to encourage a true year-round commitment to wellness for the benefit of us all.
Well, that's great, y'all. So, Martin, we're going to go to our next speaker, but I want you to hang around because I want to bring you guys back all together and maybe take on some questions from our audience. Okay? Thank you, Martin. All right. So, Sam, let's bring in Kayla Cranenberg. Hey, Kayla.
Hi, everybody.
So, Kayla, what is your role at the American Heart Association?
Yeah, I'm the executive director for the American Heart Association, and we cover the CSRA here. So we cover from Burke County and Thompson all the way to Edgefield and Barnwell counties in South Carolina.
Okay. So how did you hear about the Archway Partnership and getting involved with the issue work group?
Yeah, we had a board member from Thompson. We have a real heart for rural counties and access to primary care and access to healthy food in those rural counties. And so when we were given the opportunity to connect with Sam, I was really excited to get involved and talk about the specific needs in Thompson and how we could help address those issues.
That's awesome. So I know we talked earlier off screen, you were planning on showing us a slide or a website. Do you want to go ahead and go into that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Let's see, whenever you can bring it up. Here we go.
Can you see?
We can see it. All right.
So one of the things that we were really excited about with McDuffie Moves is, just like Martin said, heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and 80% of that is preventable through things like exercise, healthy eating, controlling your blood pressure numbers. And so we thought this was such a good opportunity to get involved with a program that was really addressing those through getting people out and moving. So like Sam said, on the Paceline page, we have included here some different videos that you can click on to do some easy workouts at home, because especially when COVID hit, we knew that there was a need for people to have access to healthy recipes for families that were quick and easy, and those easy workouts that people could do together with their families. I don't know if you guys have heard of Twitch and Allison. I think her last name is Hoker, but that's one of the fun dances on here. We did them every Wednesday afternoon, so they were fun. And if you do them in the comfort of your own home, nobody can laugh at you for doing your so that's fun. The other piece that I want to talk about that has really come to light is the mental health aspect of what we address. We actually have a CEO roundtable that's national with 40 different executives that represent about 10 million employees across the country that came together and realized that, especially during COVID, mental health and wellness is such a huge aspect and an issue right now for people. And about 3 in 4 employees, so that, you know, going into the community, 76% of people are struggling with that right now. So we have set up, and we already had this, but have really put a focus on mental health and well-being. And those things like meditation, taking time for yourself, stressing less. And so this page really talks through some of that and those resources that we have.
Sounds great. Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Kayla. I love how y'all are all tying in together, Paceline, American Heart Association, and then, of course, we've got the rec department coming in. Is there anything else that we need to know that we're trying to do through the McDuffie Moves? I mean, how did y'all come up with the McDuffie Moves idea?
Yeah, I can't take the credit for that. I just came on board because I thought it was a good idea. So, Sam, I'll let you explain that.
No, sure. So really, these kind of things come up pretty organically in those issue work group meetings. And I think this project is a great example of that sort of thing, of a solution that local folks come up with. Because everything we do with the Archway Partnership, you know, it's not the university coming in and saying, hey, here's how you need to do this and here's how you need to do that. we know that people in the community know way more than we do about what the solutions are to local issues like this. And so it's just a matter of getting the people around the table together a lot of time. And, and we are able to call on expertise from the university to help with issues and to bring those things to bear as well. But with a project like McDuffie Moves, it was just a matter of getting the right people sitting around the table together to talk about what can we do to make our community healthier and more active. And this was just sort of a natural fit. They came up with it. Several group members sort of brainstormed together and came up with this on their own. And we had one of our students put together a logo for us, and that was that.
Well, I think it's awesome that we have the Heart Association very active in our community. We rely on them so much. So, Kayla, we appreciate you coming and sharing that information. So hang out for just a little bit, and we will bring you back for our discussion later on. All right, Sam, let's bring in Trevor Welcher. All right, let me get us on the even. There we go. Hey, Trevor. Can you hear me? Oh,
yes.
Wait. Let me unmute you. Okay, sorry. For those of you that have not met Trevor yet, I'm surprised. He has taken the rec department by storm and is doing a great job. And we're so thankful to have you here in our community and excited to see all the things that you plan to do coming up. So, Trevor, if you can kind of give us a rundown about what's happening at our rec department.
Okay, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for that, Debbie. So how's everybody doing? We have a lot of things going on right now. Just to give you guys a quick briefing, we just wrapped up our video game tournament. We had about 18 kids. We're looking to get about 30 for the next one. And I just challenged my staff, to be innovative and creative every day. We have about 3 to 4 meetings every single day, just about new innovative things going on. So, just this month, we have trunk or treat event coming up. We have virtual pumpkin carving contest coming up. Adult basketball will be starting and finishing in November. And then we have youth basketball registration, which will start in it's already has started. So, and it'll end in December, and we'll begin the season January 2021. So we have a lot going on right now, but this specific initiative with McDuffie Moves, it kind of resonated with me because from a recreational standpoint, when you're given, the definition of recreation, any activity done for enjoyment when one is not working, well, we have to supply a lot of things for the community. And, along with everybody else, Martin and Caleb, the initiative is to, make sure everybody stays active and healthy at their own pace. And that was what was special to us. So we started looking into some things, and, I have to give credit to my program coordinator, Leslie Walker, who did a little research, and he came across this World Walking app, and which you can download. The World Walking app, it's completely free, and you can register and sign up. And then you look for, and you can join our TMRD Walkers Club. It was kind of play on words, the Walkers Club, and Leslie Walker, he started it. So, but we have incentives, you can, every 10 miles, you will receive a certificate for walking. So it's just to encourage everybody, to stay healthy, get out and walk, and you can go at your own pace. It doesn't matter where you are. It's GPS connected with this walking app, so it's actually global. So that's the really, really neat thing about this Walkers Club.
Okay, so I've joined the Walkers Club, and okay, and I'm learning the app. It's the World Walking app, right?
Yes.
World Walking, I can't remember. Yeah. And I'm walking around Australia. I'm in the outback right now.
Yes.
Although I think it's going to take me till I've got one foot in the grave to get around, but I'm doing it. So, but it looks like there's a good group of people on there. And I think, isn't this a great way? Because coming from the chamber standpoint, isn't this a great way to get your company employees more active and competitive a little bit?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the good thing about it is you can also share pictures, videos of you walking.
Y'all don't want to see mine. Mine's usually walking kids everywhere. So I'm usually, but what I think is really neat is, aren't there studies out there that say, if your employees are healthy, active, and two, you add in this competitive nature, that the production is a little bit better. You tend to have happier employees, and production seems to be better. So I know I repeated myself, sorry, but Absolutely. I just think this is a neat program, and how can we get the word out for others to join in and maybe create some camaraderie amongst our business community?
Okay, so if you have any questions, concerns, or suggestions, specifically towards this walking app, please contact Leslie Walker here at the Recreation Department. Our number, you can find our number online. His email address is along with his flyer is simply leslie.walker@thomson-mcduffie.net, or you can call the rec 706-595-2152, and we can answer any question for you. If you aren't familiar with apps or whatnot, you can join and you can visit worldwalking.org and you can register there. But we encourage everybody to follow our Facebook page at Thomson-McDuffie Rec on Facebook. We post everything we have on there. We also have a Twitter page, Thomson-McDuffie Rec, and we also have an Instagram page, Thomson-McDuffie Rec. So we're trying to cover all platforms. We haven't got a Snapchat yet, but that's coming. Maybe a TikTok, depending on how things work. Yeah.
Well, that's the way to reach those kids. Snapchat, yes, TikTok. I'm trying. So, Sam, do you have anything to add on this?
Yeah, just to say, we are asking folks to sign up and get involved with the Walkers Club sort of in the lead up to virtual Paceline, but it doesn't end there. We want to continue to get people signing up and getting involved with this World Walking app and the TMRD Walkers Club throughout all the year, and really to challenge each other. I know Mayor Ursary joined the TMRD Walkers Club, and he walks a lot, so I think he's going to be beating all of us. I'm about 1% of my way across the United States right now, but I think the mayor's probably going to have me beat in just a couple of days. So I challenge you all listening to come in there and walk more than me too, because it would be great to see everybody out in the community competing and tracking this and kind of having fun with this together.
Well, to add one quick thing, I forgot to mention, because it goes along with what the topic is for today. We actually had a breast cancer walk about a week ago, and it was amazing. We had about 60 people. We walked a mile around the government center. So when everybody sees Maria Hamilton in the community, please congratulate her, because she put together that event, and we had so many amazing people walking for all different causes. So this is really, really big. McDuffie Moves. I have to thank you all. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Sam, for putting this thing together.
Glad to do it. All right, Sam, let's bring everybody back. All right, we're going to be all in the same screen. Welcome back, everyone. So, McDuffie Moves. This is big. I love the logo. How did we come up with the logo, Sam?
Yeah, so that we've got a bunch of great students who work for us with the Archway Partnership. That's something I alluded to a little bit before, but the way our partnership works, a big piece of it is getting folks here together locally to talk through solutions and ideas and hear what everybody wants to do. A lot of times, for a project like McDuffie Moves, most of the expertise was already here in Thomson to do it. It was just a matter of getting everybody around the table together. Other times, though, we're able to call back to campus and find some students or some faculty who have expertise who can help us out. And so in this case, we have a great graphic design student who does a lot of good logo work for us. And so she took the Thomson-McDuffie branding and colors and sort of adapted that for a fun logo for McDuffie Moves. And you've got the bicycle in there to represent the partnership with Paceline and everything. And so we just had a lot of fun with it. Our students really enjoyed these sorts of projects where they get to be creative and to put their skills to use for a good cause. I
think the logo is fabulous. So we'll expect to see it on a regular basis because this is it. So, okay. I'm just going to kind of segue into just one other avenue that I know that Archway is working on, and we're working on a trail project that hopefully will come to fruition sometime in the next few years, we hope. But that trail project is going to mean a lot for our community when it comes to having McDuffie Moves. I mean, then we can have Okay, sorry. I think my computer wanted to take a hiccup there. But anyway, so from the chamber standpoint, Archway, we encourage our listeners to really think about trying to have some sort of trail system here so that we can encourage those to get out and get healthy. Do y'all have anything to add to that, Martin? Oh wait.
Progress.
There you go. Go ahead, Martin.
It will be significant progress when I see Mayor Usry going around all of those things on and extolling the virtues of wellness initiatives on the local trail system. I on a serious note, I think it's great to hear. I know this is something that's been in the pipe for a while. Similarly, in Augusta and I don't know, vast other parts of the state, there are similar initiatives. I know in Athens, there's something very similar, very successful. In fact, it's been going for the Firefly on the trail system. Brings together community really well, families as well, who can feel even safer than they perhaps do on country roads. And I'm super supportive of it, very positive about it. We would love to see that and be involved somehow. And I think it's even more sort of evidence of going towards a place where, as two other speakers have said, it's kind of feeling not too intimidated, feeling safe. It's for everyone can get involved and use these things. It's not competitive. It's all about having fun and enjoying yourself. And I think the trail systems are a great sort of like an artery for that kind of those kind of all kinds of wellness, not just cycling, of course, but running and walking and just seeing nature in the most safe way, if you like.
Right. So, Kayla, have you noticed, with communities that do have a trail system, that you see more activity outside? So you see people moving and wanting to be outside and actually gathering together, although we don't want to gather too close, but, gather. So do you have any experience with that?
Yeah, I think, locally, nationally, and then at the statewide level, one of our big focus areas for policy is complete streets. So ensuring that everybody has a safe place to walk and that everybody has access to that. And we go with walking because it's just an easy entry point for everybody, but whatever you want to do on there with your family. So I'm such a huge advocate for having that safe place to walk and bike and run and be with your family.
And Trevor, this could really add a lot to the rec department, couldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. With our walking tracks, around our rec and then at our various parks, we're looking to improve a few parks as well coming here in 2021. So, but, White Oak, they've already been walking at White Oak. We have several people walking here at Sweetwater. So this is amazing. I love it.
That's great. Thank y'all for kind of jumping in on that topic. That's kind of a big initiative on Archway and for the chamber side as well. So are there any last comments that you would like the viewers to know? And I'm gonna start with Trevor first. If there's any comments that you want the viewers to know before we leave today.
I just want to encourage everybody to, stay positive. I know 2020 has been a rough year for everybody. But just going in tune with our motto here, direct, always, we never meet. You're never alone. You always have help. And there's people that matter. Your life matters. And I just encourage everybody to stay positive through anything that you're going through. And I'm always an advocate for, if you want to talk to anybody, you can definitely talk to me. I love to talk. Well, thank you everybody, for this platform.
Thank you. Kayla, is there anything that you would like to add before we sign off?
Yeah, I would kind of echo that. I think one of the things when I was scrolling through this morning, that health and wellness piece was leading with gratitude and just being thankful for all that we do have, and finding that gratitude in the small things, especially right now. So I was going to kind of say the same thing, but I hope that everybody takes the advantage of this opportunity to get out and move and joins the Paceline team and, gets out and does it. We'll get across the United States together.
That's right.
Sam's leading the way, though.
Oh, that's awesome. So, all right, Martin, I'm going to throw it over to you.
How do I top that? Brilliant points, Trevor. It's great we're all together and, saying very similar thoughts and all very positive. And I think I would just add that it all starts, it's a great initiative to bring people together. It's not intimidating. It's open to all, and no need to feel alone, and you've got fellow like-minded people out there in the community, and progress can start often does with a small step, in the right direction.
That's awesome. That's great. So McDuffie Moves, join the initiative, be a part of Archway Issue Work Group, see how you can get involved. And like Martin said, it's one small step. Make it fun. That's all you have to do. Once you make it fun, then it doesn't seem like work, right? So I want to thank you guys for joining us this morning, and we will see you out there for McDuffie Moves. I'm going to take you guys out, and it's just me and Sam. So Sam, you are a great co-host today. I appreciate you being here.
Well, thank you so much.
Is there anything you'd like the community to know before we sign off?
Yeah, just anything you want to get involved with as far as Archway work groups, just reach out. Send me an email, sparent@uga.edu. You can give me a call at 706-424-7423. Love to hear from everybody, and always looking for more folks to get involved with our work groups and share their ideas on how we can move the community forward together.
Thank you, Sam. And I want to thank our viewers for tuning in today. And also I want to thank our chamber community. Without our membership, we wouldn't be able to have shows like this. So I want to thank our membership for that and sticking with us through these trying times. So with that, I'm going to bid you all well and have a great day.